YouTube, and welcome to the second video in this series of videos here in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. I don't know if you can see it behind me right now, but that right there is the Grand Teton, and this place is truly incredible. It's right now probably around 4:45 a.m. The sun is going to rise in about an hour, and I am revisiting a spot that I was at yesterday morning. The photos that I made in this location yesterday were awesome, but I'm the type of person that always believes that there's room for improvement. The lighting yesterday wasn't totally perfect. I think the sky has potential to light up a little bit better, and so I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen today, but I'm giving myself as many opportunities as possible to make that happen. And sorry if I'm slurring my words right now. I've been awake for about 25 minutes now, and like I said, 4:45 a.m. A little bit tired. Second day in a row shooting sunrise at this spot, and still didn't really get the conditions we're looking for, so might have to come here for a third day in a row. Okay, so I'm not actually entirely sure what the plan is for the rest of the day, but I think I'm gonna head back to the hotel right now, grab some quick breakfast, and then potentially actually head north up to Yellowstone National Park and see what we can find up there. Alright, so we made it back to the hotel room after our fun trip up to Yellowstone. We went to a number of different places, nothing crazy photography-wise, but I did take a bunch of different photos with my Leica. By the way, check out this Leica shirt. A good friend of mine actually lives in Germany, right down the street pretty much from the Leica factory, and he bought me this from there, and he gave me it a couple weeks ago, so pretty pumped about that. But nothing crazy, like I said, photography-wise. I'll show you a couple of the Leica photos that I took, but I think the plan for the rest of the afternoon is actually to relax a little bit. I've kind of been going nonstop ever since we got here, so we're going to chill out this afternoon, but I think that tomorrow morning I'm going to have to revisit that same spot that I've already been to twice. So that spot that I've been to the past 2 mornings has not really given me ideal lighting conditions yet, and I am a firm believer in maximizing the potential of an awesome spot like that. And so my mission essentially, ever since finding that spot, or seeing that spot rather, has been to absolutely maximize it. And so the first night that I went there, or the first morning that I went there, was super solid, but it could have been a little bit better in my opinion. This morning when I went there, in my opinion, personally, was even a little bit worse than the night before. But I'm a firm believer kind of in persistence, and just keep on going to a certain spot until you get the perfect light. With landscape photography, sometimes you just need that persistence because the light doesn't always pan out exactly how you want it, and especially only coming to a place like this for a couple of days, you need to just give it as many shots as possible, because I'm probably not going to revisit this place for who knows how long. I do not know when the next time I'm going to be here is going to be, and so I'm just going to keep going back to that spot until I get the ideal lighting conditions. Rest of the afternoon, we're just going to chill out here in Jackson Hole, but I'll plan on seeing you tomorrow morning, bright and early, at 4 a.m. 3 mornings of going back and forth to this spot, we finally got that alpenglow that I was looking for. The one thing about this location though is that you need so many things to go right in order for you to get the perfect shot. You need the reflection in the foreground to be literally perfect. You can't have anything disturbing it. You need the clouds in the sky to actually look good and not be blocking the mountains. And then you need the clouds over here on the opposite side to actually open up so that the sun can sneak through and actually touch the mountains and the clouds that are in your frame. Today we got 2 of those 3 things. We got the alpenglow that managed to sneak through the clouds and touch the top of the mountains. The clouds looked good, they weren't blocking the top of the mountains, but there was a stupid duck in the foreground just wrecking the reflection. I had a feeling that this was gonna happen, however, so I hedged my bets and I actually set up a second tripod with my second EOS R and a 70-200 and zoomed way in on the mountaintops to take a completely different second composition that didn't have the reflection in it. And this is where I have to thank the sponsor of today's video, Lens Rentals, because I would not have been able to do this without them. Lens Rentals is an amazing service that gives you the ability to rent camera gear from just about any manufacturer. It gives you the ability to rent lenses or cameras for any period of time that you choose, and their pricing is extremely reasonable. You should definitely check out their site if you're considering buying a new piece of equipment, but you're not entirely sold on it yet. If you want to just test it out for a short period of time to make sure that it's for you, go to Lens Rentals right now and use the offer code Weber15 at checkout to save 15%. Thank you, Lens Rentals, for sponsoring this video. Lens Rentals was kind enough to send me out a second EOS R, which I'm filming on right now, as well as the RF 70-200. So I intended to only use this camera right here for making this video, but as soon as I got to this spot, I had a feeling that the ducks in the foreground were just gonna ruin the reflection. So like I said, I ended up using it to take a couple stills with the 70-200. And I zoomed way in, I think it was 100 or 135 millimeters, right in on top of the mountaintops. And that worked out perfectly. The reflection photo that I took with my other EOS R, to be honest, didn't really pan out just because of the reflection being ruined. However, I've taken that same photo for the past 3 days. I didn't get the light as good as it was this morning for the past couple of days, but I think I haven't had a chance to look at them on my computer yet. At least one of those images is definitely gonna be satisfactory. But I think potentially my favorite photo of the week, and it's kind of funny because it's not the one that I was intending on taking, is that zoomed in photo with the 70-200 with the alpenglow on the top of the mountain. So very content with how that came out, and I'm super happy that I had this additional equipment in order to take that second photo. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Today is actually our last day in Grand Teton National Park. We are headed back to Buffalo early tomorrow morning, and so gonna spend the rest of the day with my dad, just kind of relaxing, exploring Jackson Hole, potentially doing a short hike or two. But for the time being, if you enjoyed the video, definitely go down below, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content from me, hit the subscribe button and turn notifications on, and I'll plan on seeing you in the next one. Peace.